Happening now, what's next for local schools in our community? Looking at bringing back more students to the classroom. Plus, the latest in the case against a Jamestown man who allegedly held a child hostage.
Well, the winds have been whipping out there on this Friday. We've got lots of wind and clouds, but some turnaround is going to be on the way. We'll talk about it next as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Well, the impeachment investigation into New York's governor is expanding now to examine whether Governor Andrew Cuomo unlawfully used his office to provide his family members with special access to scarce coronavirus tests 1 year ago. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. The Office of the Attorney General now saying New York's Joint Commission on Public Ethics is going to investigate the alleged preferential treatment for Cuomo's family members after reports were published in the Albany Times-Union, the New York Times, and the Washington Post this week. The impeachment investigation's primary focus remains on the allegations of sexual harassment against Governor Cuomo, as well as reports that his administration intentionally underreported virus deaths at nursing homes. Members of Cuomo's family, including his brother, CNN journalist Chris Cuomo, his mother, and at least one of the three sisters, were tested by top Democrat health department officials, some of them several times, according to reports in the Albany Times-Union. Now, a spokesperson for the governor did not explicitly deny that his administration has extended special treatment to those folks, but sought to dispute the notion. Chautauqua County's health director says new federal recommendations for schools is a step in the right direction. Last week, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention revised physical distancing recommendations from 6 feet to 3 feet between students in classrooms. So far, several local schools, including Jamestown High School, have reopened to some form of in-person learning, in Jamestown's case utilizing a hybrid module. Chautauqua County's Director of Public Health, Christine Schuyler, tells us that the county children who have contracted COVID-19 were not sickened in school, but rather got it from their families. She's now hopeful the vaccination process will eliminate that risk.
Last year or so has been, day-to-day changes in the landscape of COVID, and we're still there. Yes, the vaccines are great. I'm hoping we continue to get an increased supply of vaccine and we can get as many people vaccinated as possible. At the same time, it's going to take some time, and we don't know yet what those implications are going to be for our kids.
Now, the county health department cannot adopt that new federal guidance yet until New York State's Department of Health updates their recommendations. Well, the Biden administration is pushing the pace on vaccinations, setting a new ambitious goal. As Reed Binion reports, it comes amid new research published on the vaccine's efficiency and safety, but also comes amid concerns that the pandemic's intersecting with another challenge his administration is facing.
We will, by my 100th day in office, have administered 200 million shots in people's arms.
President Joe Biden announcing a new goal for COVID-19 vaccinations.
I know it's ambitious, twice our original goal, but no other country in the world has even come close, not even close.
Biden announcing the new benchmark after his administration achieved its initial goal of 100 million vaccinations last week, 42 days ahead of schedule. It comes amid new data regarding vaccine safety and efficacy. A new study on the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines indicates they provide protection for those who are pregnant and lactating, and they can pass antibodies to their newborns. There was also no indication of more side effects or more intense side effects in those who are pregnant and lactating than in the general population. The fight against COVID-19 has merged with another challenge for the Biden administration, this one at the U.S. southern border. Federal officials say more than 500 migrant children are in isolation after testing positive for COVID-19. That's about 4.4% of the children currently in custody. None have required hospitalization. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Reed, thank you. So far, more than 35,000 people have been vaccinated with at least one dose of the vaccine here in Chautauqua County. That's 27% of people living here. Well, residents living in the Jamestown area woke up this morning to high wind and, in some cases, heavy rain. A high wind warning remains in place for both Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties until 4 this afternoon. Winds from the southwest will kick up during the day, blowing from 25 to 40 miles per hour, with gusts reaching up to 60 miles per hour at times. Damaging winds are possible and could blow down trees and power lines. Now, reports of lines down across Chautauqua County started rolling in at about 8. In the city of Jamestown, traffic was briefly impacted by a Spectrum cable line that was down along East 2nd Street near 4th Street. The Jamestown BPU reporting as of 9 a.m. a national grid circuit issue is causing some power outages in their area, specifically Swanson Road, Willard, and Camp Streets. Crews are working to correct that problem at this hour. A lakeshore flood warning also in place until 4 today, with a threat of flooding along breakwaters, piers, and other beach areas. Of course, we ask you, if you have viewer photos and you can safely do it, snap some pics and send them to us on social media using the hashtag MyLocalWX, or you can submit them directly via email, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And certainly the man who's watching it all is Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who joins us live now in studio. And today's definitely a day that you're not just going to want to hold on to your hat, Dakota, but probably want to hold on to your outdoor chairs, your garbage cans, and
umbrellas.
Yeah.
No. Umbrella's
Yeah,
a big no-no today, because what happens with those strong winds? The umbrella turns inside out and your umbrella's then broken. Justin, you took this morning on your way into work of Whedon Park in Randolph, and the winds were not so strong here early this morning, but the winds really started picking up as we went through the morning hours. This happened just a few moments ago. Can we take the graphics full screen? Thank you very much. This is actually the Lamar billboard that is on the corner of Fairmont and McKinley Avenues, and this is by Bajoda's, and the strong winds have ultimately tore this billboard apart and also took a power line down with it down in the road. So again, this is what we're seeing through the day this morning with these strong wind gusts. We've already seen numerous wind gust reports of around 30, 40, even 50 miles per hour at times. This is a live look over Warren, and the camera actually is working. It's just kind of, well, I think it's kind of frozen up. 63 is the current temperature there, but look at that wind. And what's very interesting is there was a severe thunderstorm warning for the Buffalo Metro early this morning. Watch as the radar loops back around. See that little bow-shaped echo right there as it moved through the radar site. Thank goodness we didn't lose the radar. That's a good thing there. But the severe weather is going to be confined basically to the Tug Hill region today, but it's going to be a very windy day. As Justin just said, high wind warning stays in place until 4 o'clock this afternoon. A wind advisory until 6 for Warren County, Pennsylvania. Topped out at 68 yesterday, 56 this morning, 82 and 7 are the records. So scattered rain showers through the day today. Very windy. Temperature is going the opposite direction. Highs have already occurred today. 60 to 65 falling to 41 to 46. And look at that healthy west wind with gusts possibly up to 55 and 60. We've got, then we turn much better for tomorrow, then more rain on Sunday, but then, yeah, I don't think you're going to like what's coming up next week. We'll talk about it with that 42 degrees and sunny 7 day later in the show, Justin.
All right, Dakota, I'm going to hope that it doesn't start with an S. Maybe. You'll let us know. Thank you. Well, a Jamestown man who allegedly held a 9-year-old hostage during a standoff with police back in 2018 has now pled guilty in that case. The Chautauqua County District Attorney's Office announcing that 28-year-old Nicholas Brown pled guilty this week to 2 counts of first-degree criminal contempt. The man was arrested following a several hours-long standoff inside of an apartment on Spring Street Extended in Jamestown back on September 23, 2018. Police originally responded to that location for a reported domestic violence call around 3 in the morning. The hostage situation ended almost 12 hours later, around 2 in the afternoon that Sunday, when the child, unharmed, was reunited with their family. Brown will be sentenced in June. He could spend up to 3 years behind bars. Well, lawmakers have approved a reform plan for the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office as part of an executive order from Governor Andrew Cuomo. Sheriff Jim Quattrone spoke during the Chautauqua County Legislature meeting this week prior to the official vote. He said that his office began working last May to listen to different viewpoints on potential reform from community members and other stakeholders involved.
But overall, I'd like to say it's a good process, something that I felt we've been doing right along, and as is many of the police agencies in the county. And this just helped us to perhaps be more specific and intentional in getting input from the community.
Now, the plan was approved a week prior to the April 1st deadline. Next, here a lot more to tell you about what changes are now in effect for New York's nursing home visitation guidelines. And later, we meet a new furry friend ready for adoption, part of our Pet of the Week segment. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues on this wet and windy Friday afternoon.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Honest Jones has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. New nursing home visitation guidance in New York State now allows visitors at all times for all residents. The updated guidelines were released by the State Department of Health. There are still safeguards in place, like not being able to visit someone who's unvaccinated or someone who's in an area of high COVID-19 community spread, and lower residents' vaccination rates. Residents with confirmed COVID infection or those in isolation or quarantine are also excluded from visitation. Officials say that nursing home positive cases have dropped 80% since peaking in mid-January. The department is strongly suggesting nursing homes continue to offer testing for their visitors. Compassionate care visits, which had been allowed previously, will still be able to continue under the new rules. This replaces the guidance from February 23rd, which required facilities to have no positive COVID cases for 14 consecutive days. Well, severe weather tearing through the deep south yesterday afternoon and into this morning, spawning a series of deadly tornadoes along with hail and flash flooding. Holly Pfiffer is in Alabama, where at least 14 tornadoes touched down, inflicting severe damage across that state.
Across the South, destruction.
This tree's down. It's been completely uprooted.
And devastation.
I worked my whole life to put this stuff in this house, and then it just ripped away in 1 second, you know?
As several long-track supercells spawned a wave of deadly tornadoes across 5 states Thursday afternoon into Friday morning.
Oh my God!
At least 14 tornadoes were reported in Alabama alone, according to the National Weather Service, downing trees, destroying businesses, and razing homes.
When you drive through these areas, it's very devastating. It broke my heart to see the amount of damage that these homes have sustained.
Residents describing the chaos.
I started hearing the wind. We felt the house shake a little bit. You could see outside the windows how everything was going.
Neighborhoods demolished in an instant.
This street right here, my cousins live here. I came to check on them, and it's destroyed. It's terrible.
In Calhoun County, at least 5 reported dead.
And we immediately started getting reports of structures damaged, people trapped, and we're up to at least 5 fatalities at this time.
As the storms pass, communities now facing a difficult road ahead.
Please continue to keep our city and our residents in your thoughts and prayers.
In Columbiana, Alabama, I'm Holly Furfer.
Holly, thank you. Calhoun County, Alabama reported 5 deaths and multiple injuries overnight. In all, 22 tornadoes were across Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Mississippi. Well, some employees of Darden restaurants are getting a raise. The company owns several major chains, including our local Olive Garden, Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen, and Longhorn Steakhouse. They say its hourly employees will be taking home at least $10 an hour, including tips starting next week. That will increase to $11 next year and to $12 in 2023. The move will affect about 20% of workers. The goal is to attract more employees. But the advocacy group One Fair Wage is dismissing the decision as a stunt, saying if Darden were serious about paying employees enough, it would pay everyone at least $15 an hour with tips coming on top of that. Darden says its workers who earn tips already make an average of more than $20 an hour. Well, get this. Now you can eat Peeps and drink them too. Ew. Pepsi and Peeps are teaming up for a new cola that combines the 2 sweet flavors. The companies say the new drink mixes the taste of Pepsi with the pillowy, soft, and sweet marshmallow flavor of Peeps. But you can't buy the new item just yet. Pepsi is giving away 3,000 packages of it through a new contest. All you have to do is post your favorite springtime activity on Instagram and Twitter with the hashtag #HangingWithMyPeeps and tag Pepsi in it. Winners will receive a 3-pack of mini cans in bright yellow, pink, and blue colors. Pepsi says the new flavor could eventually go on sale publicly if there's a demand for it. Let us know what you think about this and more in the comments down below. It's great to see Terry. Good to see Pam. Happy Friday to Nicole, Josh, Stephanie, Cindy, Mary, and Nina as well. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. I know, Dakota, you probably have a lot to say about this story. Ironically, we've talked a lot about Peeps, and you're not a fan.
No. I mean, if there is pent-up demand for this thing, there's one person who will not buy it.
Yeah, not you. I don't know if that's something they could sell. I feel like it's way too sugary. Like Peeps by themselves.
The Peeps are just disgusting as they are.
Yeah.
So why would you want to take Pepsi and mix it with Peeps?
Pepsi and Peeps. Now, I wonder, you could probably make it at home, right? If you took a Peep, put it in a dish, this is going to gross you out, and just dump Pepsi on it and eat it like a gooey type of cereal. You can mash
That's
it
probably
up.
all it is.
Yeah, probably. I mean, but
get
simple,
little hunks of Peep in your drink.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to, I don't know. I might try it. I might if I can win that. But, I mean, I'm sure there's slim chances of me winning their Instagram thing. I imagine probably already, thousands of people have entered, but I don't know. It does seem like it's probably way too sugary.
Right.
Out there, nevertheless. Well, today is way too windy. Lots of people battling wind, rain, and it seems like it just keeps coming.
Yes, I mean, the wind just doesn't want to give up. Let's take a look at the peak wind gust that we've had so far today. Fredonia at the Mesonet site, 59 miles an hour. Erie at the airport, 54. Randolph, 49. Jamestown at the airport, 48. 40 in Olean, also in Clymer. And Dunkirk, 36. Those are the peak wind gusts we've had so far. But understand, more wind is on the way through the afternoon. Here's a live look downtown from the Doubletree Hotel, and we've seen the camera bouncing in the wind. 42 as a noon hour. This is down from our high today. Our high was 61 was our high for today. Look at how far we've dropped. The wind is west at 25. Look at that healthy wind gust at 42 miles an hour. So that is the problem with the wind gust, and also with the strong winds. We also have that wind chill of 32. So it's like freezing even out there, and that's what it feels like. So high wind warning is in place for Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties until 4 o'clock this afternoon. There's a wind advisory for Warren County, Pennsylvania, and Erie County, Pennsylvania. But again, a discrepancy. Erie County, the northern part of Erie County near the shoreline, has a high wind warning. The remainder of Erie County has a wind advisory. I know that gets confusing sometimes. Northern Erie and Southern Erie are kind of warned differently. That's a Weather Service county warning area thing. We have no control over that. That's just the way it is. Here's what's kind of left of the rain that we had this morning that kind of moved through out in Cattaraugus County right now. And that's pretty much going to be about it. But there's actually severe thunderstorms up in the Tug Hill region. Our friends at the Weather Service in Buffalo, who actually have parts of the Tug Hill region in their county warning area, they're busy dealing with that today. And this is all in association with that storm system that's moving to our north and west. Because of that storm track, that is prime for the gusty winds today. So notice Futurescan painting the idea of a few more rain showers through the afternoon. Then it actually clears out. We may get into some partial sunshine by the end of the day. Then clouds thicken back up again, mostly cloudy throughout tonight, and the wind comes down overnight as well. That'll be the good news. Tomorrow should be a nice day, a good amount of sunshine, and even though temperatures are going to not be as warm as they were yesterday, we'll still be hanging close to that 60-degree mark. And then on Sunday, another storm system heads our way, and notice the influx of moisture from that. So we'll see the chance for more rain showers returning through the day on Saturday. So the zone forecast, inland areas today, this is where we're ending the day, likely lower to mid 40s for most of the area today. This is where we're ending the day. So this morning when you walked outside, you didn't need the jacket. Now you're going to need it on the way home. We're free falling. Tom Petty. Next 7 days of your life coming up right now, brought to you by 42 Degrees and Sunny, and 59 tomorrow. That's my pick day for the weekend. Do anything you want to do outdoors. 55 on Sunday. More rain showers return. We're colder on Monday. Sun returns on Tuesday. Then look at next Thursday. It's blasphemy. 35 and snowflakes. I'm sorry. We'll be right back. Defense Weather is sponsored by 42 Degrees and Sunny, smoking deals on smoking accessories. Learn more at 42degreesandsunny.com. That's 42degreesandsunny.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. In an effort to help our furry friends find a forever home, we're partnered with the Chautauqua County Humane Society in our segment called the Pet of the Week. Joining us live is Amanda Sublett to talk more about this week's featured furry friend. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Justin. So today I have Miss Whiskers. She looks pretty young, but she is actually a senior. She's 7 years old. Can't tell right now either, but she is purring. She loves her cuddles. And my favorite thing about her is her hair is so soft. She's like a teddy bear. So you'll see here, she did have to lose one of her eyes. She had glaucoma so severely that it just wasn't doing her any good anymore, but she does navigate around really, really well. You never even notice.
Wow, and it certainly looks like she's quite a snuggler. You definitely might need that out there today. How is she with people? Does she seem pretty receptive, or maybe it might take a little bit longer?
Honestly, she likes her hiding spot because it's comfy and cozy, but it's not that she doesn't love people. She absolutely adores people, but, you know, who doesn't love to cuddle more?
Right, absolutely. And do you know if she's been tested with other cats or other dogs?
Yeah, she's actually living here. We got a couple other cats here that she lives with. She does perfectly fine with them. She kind of tends to stay by herself. She's not really playing with them, but she's not been introduced to dogs yet.
Okay,
She would do great with children as well.
Okay, good. That's great to hear. And a lot of times I would imagine, when people think of adopting a cat, like last week's show, they're all focusing to the kittens, but I'd imagine there's some benefits to adopting an older cat. One being that she probably does this all day, right?
Yes. And when you have an older cat, they're already really settled into their personality, so you truly know what you're getting when you take one home. You want somebody who's more social, somebody who's lazy and likes to cuddle, any mixture of the combination too. It's all there. You get to know them when you're older.
Absolutely. And one of the big things you guys do at the Humane Society is really trying to connect people with these animals and providing a great opportunity to just get to know them before any commitment is made. And I hear coming up Saturday, you'll have an event that's going to do just that.
Exactly. We're going to be at the Chautauqua Mall again from 12 to 4. Miss Whiskers is here for them to meet, a couple of her friends as well. But it's the best opportunity to get to know everybody and what their personalities are like and what you're looking for, and to see if you guys are a right fit for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, head on down to the Chautauqua Mall Saturday if you want to learn more about our furry friend, Miss Whiskers. And again, you can learn about pretty much any resident of the shelter by going to their website, chqhumane.org. They have great photos and descriptions on there as well if you're looking to adopt this spring. Amanda, Miss Whiskers, and Brian behind the camera, thanks so much for connecting with us today and showing off another furry friend. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Certainly, and it looks like she is looking for a great home, folks. So if you can, come on and stop down tomorrow, because it really is going to be a great event to get involved in. Well, let's now get a final check of our weather forecast, because I know a lot of people are going to be looking towards that tonight. Dakota, people asking, when will the wind stop?
Well, just remember, we do have that high wind warning in place until 4 o'clock for the western southern tier, wind advisory for Warren County, Pennsylvania until 6 o'clock. And we just had a wind gust of 56 knots at the Dunkirk airport. That is 64 miles per hour. So that is the new peak wind gust at Dunkirk, 64 miles per hour. Like we said, the strongest winds all day are going to be right near the Lake Erie shoreline. The winds die down tonight, and then the weekend, 50-50. Tomorrow is your pick day with a good amount of sunshine. Then more rain returns on Sunday. Of course, Andrew Stevenson will be keeping you updated all weekend long on that.
Absolutely. I love Andrew's web weather. He does such a great job Saturday morning. So if you're looking for updated forecast, really important to do that. And the best way to stay in the know all day long is by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. That's going to do it for us today. Of course, news does continue all weekend long on that mobile app and website. We'll leave you with this live shot over downtown Jamestown. Certainly, as Dakota likes to say it, the camera's shaking and a baking out there today with that high wind. So stay safe and have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday.